So, hello and welcome to my next flight in the series of Flying for Fun flights. Today's flight is slightly different. As you can see, we're in a helicopter. It's a Sikorsky S-76 helicopter. I've been learning to fly this over the past few days, and we're doing a little city tour for you today. There are no real questions. This is a fun flight. You can have a look around, see where we're flying, see if you can guess the airport we're flying from, and from the scenery that we're going to be visiting, you should be able to work out where we are. So we're just about to jump inside the cockpit and take a look around. So hope you enjoy this flight. As I said, just see if you can identify the landscape and the buildings, etc. that we're going to have a look at. We are now ready for takeoff, so hoping the streaming's going out properly. Had a little bit of problem earlier with it, and but hopefully now everything should be fine. Okay, so we're ready to go. This is very different to what I'm used to. This is a helicopter, which is quite different to fly than a normal plane. So let's see if we can get off the ground without any problems. So here we go. Let's get a little bit of height. Okay. Right. I'm going to head over. Yeah, we're up. Now, just get a little bit more height and then we can head off. Okay. That's lovely. Okay, so we're just heading away from this airport. You can already see some of the landscape, some of the structures and the buildings. We're going to just do a little tour. Shouldn't be more than about 15 minutes long. So the idea is just to see what you can identify, basically, and if you can guess also the airport, that'll be, a bit of fun, really. See what we can do. Yeah, using a helicopter today because it's slower, easier to do tight turns. As you will see, we'll be doing a few tight turns and keeping the height and speed down, so hopefully you should be able to have a very good view of all the buildings. At the moment you can see there are lots of buildings all around, but we're just coming up to our first point of interest. Going quite slowly at the moment, just doing 90 knots and 800 feet, so very slow and quite low. Okay, so hope you can see this just coming into view. This structure here is in front of a stadium, and hopefully you'll be able to read the writing on the stadium. See if I can pull back a bit to slow down a bit more. There you are. Should be a pretty good view for you. We're just going to break away from this. It's a bit jerky on the graphics. That was our first one. It's tempting to try and speed up a bit, but trying to slow down is quite difficult in this helicopter. It's quite a big one. Also has wheels, so helps for landing. I don't have to come and do a complete vertical land. I can come down and roll along while I'm landing. Okay, there's a group of buildings coming up, quite a few. Just so you've got something to focus on. The one right in the centre of the picture, it's got a pointed top with stripes going down it, black and green stripes. See if you know what that's called. Okay, there are the other famous buildings around it. We're going to go as close as I can, close as I dare, and then so there's the first one, and if you want to identify the others, that would be great. So our first one is that one there with a pointed top, like a bit of a bullet shape, but yeah. Then you've got another one here. This has got like sharp spikes at the end. Know what that is? Well, I hope you do. And we're going to just quickly bank around here now. Come down. Okay, very famous building right in the middle of the screen, amongst all sorts. What's that called? Yeah, I know you know these. Go and just head out to this other very tall tower. It's a circular tower, and you might see some text scrolling around the top of it if we're lucky. It's slightly misty out there today. Let's see if we can. Yeah, I can see the scrolling text. Just got to get a little bit closer, and then I'm going to swing round. Okay, so there you are. What's that tower called? Text at the top's a dead giveaway. Try not to get too close, and then we're just going to swing round. And we're going to head back into the centre. There's still a lot of greenery around here. Now coming up is a couple of buildings which you hopefully will recognise. It's not always easy to spot what I'm looking for, but let's see if I can see it anyway. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to come round this way slightly to my right. Hopefully, if I just pull back a bit. There we go. So, what's this famous building called? Yeah, you should know it. Let's not get too close. Right, I'm just going to do a quick swing round here. And if my flying skills, I should be able to do a very tight turn. Yeah, there we go. Extremely tight turn. We've got to come round. Okay. Try not to overdo that. Yeah, very big building, but there are only 2 houses here. So, what are the 2 houses and what is the building? We've also got a famous clock there. Yep, there we are. And just beyond that is another famous structure. I've actually been up there a couple of times. Excellent views from going around there. More tight turns and following this river round. I'm sure you all know what river this is. As I say, this is called a city tour. There are lots of places I could go and visit around here, but we're just going to do a few points of interest which hopefully you'll be able to get quite easily. Okay, this is the bridge coming up. We might even see it open up. I was tempted to fly through the gap, but I'm not going to do that today. So here we are. What bridge is this? What's it called? There's like a ship there waiting for something. Yep. There's our bridge. Lovely view of it in sight. It's not opening up for us today. Right, we'll just go over the top. Okay, so we've got a couple of more places to visit. This one is not in the centre, but I thought you'd like to see it anyway. Didn't realise just how many cranes there are around here. There are loads of cranes. Just goes to show how many buildings are going up. This one's a little bit further away from the centre, but I think it's worth the trip down to have a look at it. Famous landmark again, point of interest where lots of people go to visit. I'm just going to try and pull back a bit to try and speed down. It's just come up into view, centre of the screen. There you are. What's that ship called and where is it? Can you work it out? There we are. It's going to break away now. Nice little tight turn again, because we're going to be homeward bound. A couple more to have a look at. This is really amazing how you can turn and pull back to get round quickly. As I said, that's why we're using a helicopter today. I might actually use helicopters in the future just to have the control of being able to fly so slowly and turn around various structures and points of interest that we go and visit. Okay, so here's one chatting away while it's coming into view. Okay, what's it called now, and what was it called originally when it was first built? There we are. Just going to go around, try not to hit those poles. And then tight turn to come back to our airport. just before we do that, there's one more building that we're going to have a look at before we come into land. Some cable cars there, just on the right of the screen, starting off at the bottom. Okay, this is a very famous building as well. Don't know if you've been there to visit shows or exhibitions, etc. Okay, that's it. Right, so our airport is just ahead to the right. We're going to come and land on the runway, hopefully. So now we've just got to control the speed, come down slowly, hopefully have a nice touchdown. Going a little bit too fast, so 70 knots. So we want the rotors to stop going down. Try and get it on the runway. There is a bit of grass that I could set down on, but I'm going to try and go onto the runway. Yeah, we're coming down. Whoa, it's a bit heavy. Right. Okay. Right, we're down. We're going to do a little turn around. I can get my rotors to go. Yes. Yeah. Not a brilliant landing, but as I say, this is still learning this lovely little helicopter. Right, so this is where we took off from, roundabouts here. There's not really a helipad as such. I'm just going to park up here. I can face the direction that we came in. There we are. So we came in from over there. Right, there you are. Rotors down, brakes on. So that was it. I'm not sure exactly how long that took, but that was our city tour all around. Hopefully you can guess where those places we visited were, and the airport that we are. Just in case you don't really know where we are, this is London City Airport, right in the centre of London. Well, very close to the centre of London anyway. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for being with us today. Hopefully I'll get another video up in the next week for somewhere else that we can fly around. Questions, yeah, we will have some more questions for you next time. Well, thanks for joining me and have a good evening. Take care now. God bless. Bye bye for now.